Welcome back to the 31st installment of the Talk is Galloway podcast, where we talk about anything because we have nothing to talk about. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but it was a sports podcast, and then sports left us tragically. And so now you listen to us flap our gums for 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how motivated we are, if there's something we have to say. Honestly, I think that the longer episodes, you often find that we have nothing to say. Much like this intro, it's filled with meaningless fluff and pure brain rot. Spencer, how are you doing today?
I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe we're back, though. I'm so glad. I think I'm glad.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but we are back.
Okay, we do owe like a little micro apology, not a real apology, just a micro apology. We took off the last 2 weeks.
Well, it was weird because we had an episode 2 weeks ago, and the quality wasn't the best, so we didn't upload it, and then we ended up uploading it that Saturday, and then that was so close to the Tuesday upload, we ended up not recording last week.
Why didn't we upload it faster?
Because we didn't know if we were going to upload it, and then we ended up not being able to record. Yeah, it was the episode with Evan.
Oh, it was the You know what? Wait, was that our last episode?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No. I think we had one more after that.
I really don't think so.
I feel like we did. Okay, well, I know we left off with an episode where we talked about the season reboot.
Oh yeah,
like
you know what?
Before it was officially announced. Remember, it was like 5 minutes later. Our phones go off with like the NBA actually announced it, like, and it had all the details that we could have actually talked about.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. Yeah. Then why didn't we upload that one?
It's up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, the last 2 weeks we haven't done anything new.
Okay.
But to be fair, and I think I speak for both of us when I say it's just been really uninspiring to like sit down and try to record the show.
I mean, yeah, they're just, like I said in the intro, there hasn't been much to talk about, and I don't want to, people...
Now, granted, I would say about 3 episodes ago when we didn't really talk about much sports, obviously, because we couldn't, and it was just kind of nonsensical and really funny, but I thought it was really one of our better episodes, but then you look at the most recent one, and I think that, they're kind of polar opposites. It's just like some days you might strike gold, but when you don't really have any subject matter, it can be really hard to pull something out. So
yeah, I definitely agree. And, I've heard feedback, and people say that they love to hear the podcast where we don't talk about sports, mostly some of my friends who don't watch sports.
I love doing banter.
And yeah, banter's great,
just
but
kind
then
of goofing off.
It just kind of becomes mindless.
But you
and
can't
pointless.
go for an hour every week on just banter.
And then the banter, at a certain point, it just feels unfulfilling.
Yeah, or it just becomes too much, and it's supposed to add. It's supposed to add to a show, but when it is the show, it's like this is all fluff. We can't put out just fluff. That's what No Limits is.
Yeah, we can't be No Limits.
We can't do that better than they do. Yeah, but I think we have. Of course, we have our historic note sheet. One day we're gonna sell this notebook. We're gonna write it out, and it's gonna sell for a lot of money. Today is not that day. So it would sell for some money because some creepy guy would buy it, but
I think we might get a good $10.
I don't know. Okay, what do you think does our table still exist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Is it in the same spot?
No, I moved it back behind right where the treehouse is.
I knew it. Nice. Hey, that thing might actually be worth something.
You need to come get it.
Jude might become a full-time hip hop reviewer, and that he might get a little YouTube channel, 20K subs, and somebody might buy it because he signed it.
He did sign. We all signed it.
Well, we all signed it. So yeah, I'm saying one of us is bound to do something.
And then someone signed their signature right in the middle of it.
Someone who, well, I mean, it's Mikey.
Was it Mikey? Yeah, Mikey? Okay. He's learning Twitter.
Yeah. Dude, he's got a lot to learn. How is his use? I think he's fine. His best tweets are from like 5 years ago before he obviously gave up. But something about people who use way too many hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows somebody who uses way too many hashtags. So, Mikey, if you get a hold of this episode, just use less hashtags and you're going to be fine. So, if you're somebody on Twitter who uses too many hashtags, just, fix it.
And if you don't know someone who uses too many hashtags, it's you.
Yeah, you are probably that person. Just had hashtag breakfast. It was hashtag waffles with hashtag syrup. Hashtag Jemima. I love that.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
That was like 2012 Facebook, like all the time. It was just nonsense. But I'm glad we don't live in that era. And I was coerced into re-downloading the Twitter app.
I noticed
because it was prior to my deleting I signed out of my personal account because I'm still on the Splash account, rocking out a little bit with the fact we don't follow really anybody, and it's really just me tweeting goofiness.
Right.
But prior to that, everybody was like, not everybody, but a lot of people would just message me on there because kind of like you, I have trust issues with who I give my phone number out to.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep them in line, keep them on social media, and I had some people to get back to. I kind of felt bad about it, but now I'm on it way less just because it's still bad. Do you find yourself on there a little bit less?
I definitely find myself on there less just because it's become such a toxic environment that I don't really want to be around. I logged out of my Twitter account for about a week, and then I couldn't really do that anymore because I was getting texts from people like, respond to what I send you or tweet me back. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not tweeting you back, even if I have the app, but I'll re-download it. So
I wouldn't tweet you back anyway.
I don't talk to people, but other than that, no, I don't. I hardly use it as much as I used to.
You don't talk to people, especially your family. You don't talk to anybody.
Look,
I love it.
It's on a necessary communication, and it's healthy. It's good.
It's all right.
I talk to you.
Yeah. I feel like one day you might just like cut communication, and it'd be like just weird. It'd be like, do we do the show? We did cut communication for a while. It was weird. Like, do you remember that? Like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was just like we just stopped talking for like a little bit.
I don't know.
It was weird. But we were also at the age where it's like you can get burned out of like stuff easily. It was like I don't know.
It was a good time.
Unless you had like some secret grudge against me. Yeah, it's probably a good time to like reboot. I'm thinking about doing it now.
Let's do it again.
Like stop talking to you, whatever.
Kind of go on a cleanse.
Yeah, like a juice cleanse.
Detox.
I'll call it a Jude cleanse and
Oh.
just talk to him for a little bit.
Okay.
But that would actually hurt my brain just because I love Jude, and he would just like overpower me with gifts and reactions. But whatever. Anyway, I've actually been on a few other podcasts. I've been cheating on our show.
Hate that.
But not to talk about basketball, obviously. So here we are, and we actually have a little bit of basketball. Do you like basketball still? I like basketball.
I don't remember what basketball is anymore. But no, I do.
It does feel weird.
Because the closest thing to basketball we've gotten was the horse tournament like 2 months ago, and that was gross. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Obviously, no fans. It's gonna be at Disney World, in that ESPN complex. And
I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, is it my favorite sport still? It's like, yes, it is, but maybe I like golf.
You like golf.
Maybe I like golf, dude.
Actually, speaking of golf, I started to, and then everything happened, so I couldn't. But I really started to enjoy watching soccer. I really started getting into the Premier League.
Speaking of golf, I watch soccer. You just talk about like lesser tiered sports that are played on green grass.
Hey,
because what's the correlation there?
I don't know. I just wanted to...
nothing. I actually really enjoyed watching both a little bit, but I don't know how people can just like consume those sports solely.
Do you have
like soccer is exhausting.
Do you have
and golf is too?
Yeah. Well, golf
is like an all weekend commitment, like every few weekends.
Yeah, I don't know how people watch golf. I really can't. Like if Tiger's on,
I
if it's
can get down with a Sunday. I'll watch a little bit on a Sunday, but I can't commit like Wednesday through. It's actually a whole week sometimes. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. That's why I like basketball. It's like short. Here's 2 hours on Tuesday night. Have fun with it. Done.
It really scratches your ADHD right where it itches.
Yeah, it's like I have the attention span of a. Did you say that to me? Somebody said to me they have the attention span of like a wet rag.
I think I said that to
like,
you.
That was so funny. You might have said it. I don't want to just be handing out credit too quickly, because it could have been said, and I just laughed because I was like, yeah, I feel that.
Okay, so speaking of wet rags,
oh God,
who is your Premier League team? Let's iron it out right now. It's coming back. I think it is back now.
Dude, what's up with your correlations tonight? Earlier it was like, speaking of golf, I watched soccer, and now it's like, okay, we talk about wet rags, so let's talk about Premier League team. Well, if we're gonna talk about wet rags, I guess that means soccer in your brain. Premier League team, I'm Man City, baby.
Man City, okay.
I just decided that, like, we decided that together, like, or I guess it's like a year ago. I was like, I'm Man City, and you're like, I'm Man United. I was like, all right, cool. Like, you just did that I remember that for some reason. I was at Whataburger, and we were looking at the standings. I think we were going to claim a team for the rest of the year, like, not knowing anything about soccer. And I said Man City because I thought the blue logo looked cool.
Well, now that we are older and wiser, I think we need to redo it and officially mark down our team, because mine, and I've learned more about the Premier League. I've learned more about each team, their history, where they're at now, what the future looks like. So now I'm confidently able to say that from here on out, I am going to support, drumroll please, Arsenal.
Okay, where is that?
It's
Spain?
It's in London.
Oh, cool. Shows you my knowledge. So Premier League, is that just I guess it couldn't be in Spain, because I'm guessing that's just in England?
Yes. Oh.
Okay. What is that?
What?
What is O?
Oh, I accidentally hit my mic.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, don't worry.
You go, ooh, ooh. You go, ooh. And then it's like, oh, we don't have a show anymore. Great.
No, don't worry.
So wait, can you tell me the location of Juventus? That's not Premier League, right?
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's something else. I like them. That's like La Liga, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's England.
I play a little bit of FIFA sometimes, but I had to delete it because I had no storage on my console.
Tough.
Yeah, I'll still rock out with United just for the fact that I don't know.
United or City?
City. Okay. No, City. Just because they still have the coolest logo, and yeah, that's really it. What about Liverpool? They're a big. What is that?
Liverpool. I think that Liverpool is
maybe them. I'll have to get back to you on it.
Okay.
But they play games sometimes in like Fenway. They'll like redo it, and I think so. Yeah, the Red Sox have a little bit of ownership on that, and I don't know how that happened. And like somebody else, is it like Drake? I don't know. Somebody else that I follow a little bit has like, oh, it's LeBron. It's LeBron owns a little bit of that team, I think. Yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah, so LeBron owns a little bit of Liverpool because he's stupid rich.
Okay.
And the Red Sox ownership owns a little bit of it too, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll rock out with Liverpool. But if they played, Man City, I think I don't know, as a lifelong City fan.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's totally respectable.
It's just tough.
You know what I think is really cool about the Premier League?
At the end of it, it's so Premier.
Yes, exactly. At the end of every year, the 3 lowest teams get relegated to the league below, and then the top teams from the league below get called up to the Premier League. So your position is never 100% safe. It's kind of like if.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if
Is that like a G League thing? So like, what if the G League teams got to like swap places with like the Kings.
Well, yeah,
'cause they
exactly.
suck.
Assume the AAF worked or the XFL was still in existence, Pain, and then
Yeah.
the winner of that and the worst team in the NFL would swap. That would be really neat, honestly. Like, it wouldn't happen ever.
I'm thinking about that practically. Yeah, think about the XFL. Is that going to come back?
It doesn't look like it.
Hey, we're not thinking about this enough. Was the coronavirus created by the AAF? Are they
Ooh,
bitter?
Maybe.
Did they not want to see anybody else succeed? Yo,
or
come
or
on.
was it created by Vince McMahon to
Come
try
on.
to get out of his investment?
His
Maybe.
investment?
Yeah, because he was I don't even know. He owned.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
he was.
He owned a big percentage of the XFL.
But he wouldn't get that money back. Come on.
I think they're going to court for that right now, though. Could be wrong.
I don't know. I mean, I heard somebody say that the Astros started it because they didn't want to be talked about as cheaters anymore. But as soon as baseball resumes, they're going to be talked about like that. Well, if it resumes, that's the one league in jeopardy, apparently.
That is
I
true.
don't get it, though. Why would any league not play? Like,
Because
baseball's the easiest one because you go to Arizona or Florida, there's so many of those, like, fields, like, for spring training. They're all in one central area. You could play so many games at once in the bubble type thing.
yeah,
Like, that makes no
well, yeah,
sense.
that's fine. The only issue is that the Players Association is refusing to play because the MLB is a horrible organization, and they're refusing. They're not going to give players full salaries, and they're not going to play the rest of the season. They're going to play an abbreviated season, which I think players are fine with. But the MLB is being very vague, and they've also said that they're not going to commit to paying players full salaries. Or
So
all
here's
the
my
players.
thing, right? So I think MLB players and the Player Association has a right to be angered by that because, you guys, these are guys who are going to come in, they're going to play for a few years. If you're lucky, you play 10. If you're really lucky, you play 20, right? And then you're out. Meanwhile, these owners, they're going to be fine either way. They could pay these full salaries without fans and whatnot. But the NBA, and, we can segue or we can live here for a second. I don't care. You have guys, namely Kyrie Irving, Dwight Howard also. Today, Avery Bradley said a little bit. He was a little more sane with his statement, but, the NBA, when has the NBA, especially since Adam Silver took over, not been the most, like, progressive, player first, people first organization in the entire country, right? So now you have players just getting upright and unruly. It's like the NBA just allowed today for guys to not play and still get paid. Come on. And you're mad about it?
Yeah.
You have players just going crazy, going bonkers, and the only thing I want from a guy like Kyrie is because I just want you to say something of meaning, of like merit. You're saying that you don't want to play because you crave for reform, but then in the same sentence you say, "Oh, we're going to go start our own league and play basketball anyway." I'm confused by that. Like, you think basketball is a distraction, but at the same time you just want to do your own thing. I think it's just an attention grab, and it's
Right.
But what's new from Kyrie? I mean, we've seen that before. Mr. Flat Earth. I don't know. You don't see LeBron say anything like that. LeBron wants to play. Let's play. Oh, it looks like we're... Oh, shoot. Well, how about that?
How about that?
You're still running?
I am still running.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
The worst thing you could have done there was pause it.
Yeah, no, we can just make a cut.
We can make a cut or we could just let it run dry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. For those of you listening,
Yeah.
we lost connection to our call, so Yeah.
Yeah, that's we love that. We love that.
So here we are, Spence.
Wait, so where did you leave off? I was talking about Kyrie.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was just letting you talk. I didn't say anything because we were having connection issues, so I didn't want to talk over you. Or
Oh, okay. Well, I just kind of left off with it feels like very attention grabby with Kyrie, and that
Well,
you don't see a guy like LeBron saying anything like this. He just wants to play.
I think everything feels attention grabby from Kyrie because it is attention grabby. Because I honestly feel like we're getting kind of an Antonio Brown situation with him, where he is just not making any sense. Like we had it years ago when he was talking about being a flat earther, which I genuinely believe that he is, and just everything that goes on with this man. You can't retract that because everyone's gonna be like, okay, sure. But I don't know. And one thing that you said that really stuck out to me was that everyone who's speaking out and talking about this isn't currently playing or isn't a major player in the league.
Yes. Or, yeah, is either injured, has made a ton of money, doesn't care either way, or knows they're not going to play much. Okay, anybody who, I think Kyle Korver was on with, what's his name? Richard Jefferson today. He was great. He was like, I'm going to step out of the way and let people who know better about this, I'm just going to follow their lead, which is the right thing to do. But at the same time, he was also like, but I'm on a team with a bunch of guys who think we can win a championship this year. And we're not going to shy away from that,
Yeah.
Which, it's, and I don't know if you caught what I said it's Kyrie's proposing, basketball is some big distraction, but if you want to go and start your own league, that is somehow extremely more distracting from if you just crave for reform and that's all you care about or you claim to care about. And you don't want to be a distraction, then don't start your own basketball league, maybe. Or
he's okay with the distraction as long as he's the distraction.
As long as it's all eyes on him, right? Yeah. The best thing I saw was because apparently this all came from a Nets group chat, which obviously somebody leaked it. I know Garrett Temple, who also was on the Nets, had words for Kyrie a little bit in the media the other day, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. But then the first comment was, the Nets probably have a group chat without Kyrie.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. It's like, hey, this dude's talking crazy. I mean, I don't know. You're not going to play anyway, dude. Your opinion is insanely irrelevant. I don't know. But we're giving it attention because it's still the biggest topic. And I want to talk about actual basketball. I want to see, like, LeBron dunk on Kawhi, and we talk about that. Like that's cool. This feels like a lot like the WWE right now.
Yeah.
Like there's storylines being plotted.
Well, yeah. I mean, it really does because you got these drama queen story headlines. Like Kyrie Irving would be perfect in any entertainment industry because he is such a diva. So just put that on screen and then you got money. Like kind of like a Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Keeping Up with Kyrie.
Yes, very true.
Episode title.
You should just start talking about WWE because that is a sport that's going on.
It is. It's enjoyable.
What was this most recent event called?
The pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on Sunday we had WWE Backlash, and
that one actually sounded fun. Like some of the matches.
It was really good. The headline, the main event was Edge versus Randy Orton, and it was kind of gimmicky because Vince McMahon wanted to increase ratings.
Because they're really old?
Well, yeah, but they can still go. They both put on one of the best matches of their careers. It was very, very good. But Vince McMahon wanted to increase viewership, so he thought the way to do that was to call the match the greatest wrestling match ever. And you can't live up to that. So it was a fantastic match, but whenever you look back on it, you're just going to see it was called the greatest wrestling match ever. Randy Orton won.
Awesome.
After shenanigans.
That's my guy. I just feel like I was watching Randy Orton really heavily about 7 years ago, and it kind of felt like he was towards, I mean, not the tail end of his prime, but because he was still like, I guess 30, mid 30s. I don't know how old he is, to be honest. I feel like he's like 42, something like that.
He's early
Maybe
40s. He's early 40s now, because I know the Edge is like 47.
That's crazy to me. Is Edge still ripped?
Oh, he's huge. He's in better shape now than he was when he retired.
Dude, do you know how hard you probably have to work for that at that age?
Yeah, but they also have... The thing that I realize is they have the money to diet the right way, to have those meal plans.
They can diet very comfortably. They can eat whatever they want, and dieting probably tastes good to them. Dieting for me tastes like stevia and a bad, cheap salad.
Yeah. That's no good.
It is what it is. Also, they can just work out whenever they want, and it's just kind of cool. So I guess it's not that bad. And he's getting paid a lot of money, so it's also not that bad. COVID. Zeke's got it.
Yep.
Is this gonna are we gonna halt the NFL season because some guys got it? Because
no,
Cowboys got
because it. When you think about it like this, it's the almost middle of June. They're all gonna be healthy. They're all gonna be over it by the end of June. So as long as they're
gets it again.
What I've heard, and it could be completely wrong, is that all these cases are isolated. So they're not in the training facility. They're not exposing their teammates to it. Could be totally wrong. We could have an entire team get it. But if you do think about it like this, entire team gets it, then you got no issue after they all get over it.
Well, I don't know. Could you catch it twice? We don't know.
That's a good question, because is it like the flu where once you get it once, you can't really get it until the next year? We'll see.
Well, I don't know. I think it's weird. I think obviously anybody who's got it, who's like a pro athlete, has not really felt it. So I don't know. It's going to be really dramatic when the first guy in the NBA gets it, and then people panic, and it's like, guys, he's fine. He's been playing for 2 weeks with it. They're going to test every day there, so I guess that wouldn't happen. But I don't know, dude. Like, all these guys who got it, and it's like, oh, I didn't even know I had it. Thanks, guys, for all the thoughts and prayers, but I'm fine. So, but they're going to end up yanking like a crucial player from a team. Well, it's going to be Celtics. It's going to be like Jaylen Brown's got COVID, and they got to pull him in the middle of the playoffs.
Yeah,
because he might pass off a germ. Oh dear God, it makes me miss real life. But yeah, I don't know. It's depressing. Hey, we're coming up on a good 30 minutes. And I thought we had a lot of stuff to talk about, but really it's just NBA drama, and well, that's really it.
That's it.
Hey, you went walking today, though.
I did.
I've been encouraging you to try to run, but this is a good step.
Yes. Well, I could run, and maybe
I don't know
I
if
will.
You could. I think you might be gassed.
You know what? I do get kind of get a little winded after walking up the stairs, so could be a tall task, but
your goal is to try to one day lift the stairs, but going up them is just not an option.
Well, you know what? I can lift them and you can go up them, and then we can kind of have a dynamic duo going on with that. But yes,
one of these days you're gonna get super into like workout supplements, and you're gonna just be a gym whore, and I'm gonna get to call you big for no reason, and I'm gonna love it. I just love calling. That's my favorite insult. Like, nothing against people who work out. That obviously that's great. That's fine. Take care of yourself. But then guys who just, they're like accountants, but they're jacked. It's like, dude, you're big for no reason.
Yeah.
You're big for no reason. Why?
Self-gratification.
Self-fulfillment.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I'm not.
My goal is never to be huge, but I like to take care of myself. I like to stay in shape. I wanna look good with my shirt off.
Yeah, staying in shape is good. Just never be big for no reason. That is my advice to the people. Joe might get there one day, and I hate that for him. But
Well, yeah.
right now Joe's just at a good size where he can build tables. So appreciate that.
That was a good table.
Hey, if you guys need like some woodwork done,
Don't call us.
I was gonna leave that up to you. Yeah, don't call us. We'll stick to the podcasts. We'll stick to that. All right. Any last thoughts? You want to take us out?
Yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's episode of The Splash. If you made it this far, and we hope you did, be sure to leave a 5-star review. It really helps us out.
I swear to God, you've got this like down.
Look,
it's like an ad read for you.
Look, if you're good at what you do, just do it, man.
Continue to do them. Continue to do the thing.
So like I said, thank you very much for listening. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review if you would. It really helps us out. Thank you very much for tuning in. We have been The Splash. You have all been amazing, and we will see you back very soon. Goodbye.
Maybe.